So, let's see if I still remember something from my student days when I experimented with acting as a supporting actor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to the gentleman. What would you like?
I was just passing by. You know, I'm only stopping by this city, meeting an old friend in Valencia, a rich aristocrat. You must have heard of him, Don Diego de Mora y Aragon.
Oh, Don Diego is an enormous authority among antique collectors. So you are his good friend. What an honor.
Well, yes.
If I'm not mistaken, you are an English gentleman?
Indeed. I've arrived from London. My name is Hunt, Samuel Hunt. I am a collector as well. Although I did not plan to buy in the city of Toledo, but it so happens my associate has been feeling unwell, and I thought I should not let the opportunity to buy something beautiful for my collection pass me by. Someone recommended you.
Oh, such an honor, Mr. Hunt. I'm pleased to offer my services. If you also need accommodation, I can offer one of the guest rooms of my humble home.
Thank you, Mr. Arriaga, but I already have accommodation. You know, the local policeman was so kind as to...
So you are staying at the Hotel Mayoral. A very pleasant place. Sergeant Riollos' uncle is the owner.
Indeed. I would like to have a look around your shop, if I may.
Oh, all this junk won't suit your tastes. However, I have some treasures which I have been keeping exactly for customers with such high standards as you have, Mr. Hunt.
So you know my taste.
Look, an English gentleman who is Don Diego's friend would be more satisfied with something special than with a gaudy piece of junk.
You've sparked my interest, Mr. Arriaga. Are you talking about very special goods?
You know, some of them are so special that many people are searching for them, even the authorities. If you know what I mean, Mr. Hunt.
Gee, I understand what you're getting at. I think you must have an exciting collection. We could have a look at it presently.
Well, if possible, I would not like to be hasty about it. You know, these are really delicate cases. Please, don't be offended. Although it is far from me to suppose that you are not what you have claimed yourself to be.
Perhaps you're asking me to identify myself.
No, for heaven's sake, Mr. Hunt, we all carry secrets which we should not make public. But money has no scent. So if I'm not offending you, I would like to see that you are able to pay, Mr. Hunt.
Well, you have surprising methods, but I understand. Naturally, I have no considerable amount on me.
No problem, sir. Please, return any time, even at night, when you can prove that your intentions are serious, and I promise to show you paradise.
All right.
And of course, I'm counting on your full confidentiality.
Naturally. Come to think of it, since I did not plan on this trip, I am not carrying cash with me. I would urgently need some money to spend. Are you perhaps interested in stamps as well?
You are at the best place, Mr. Hunt. I'm the only antique dealer in the neighborhood who is also an expert in stamps. I might help.
This is an old Spanish stamp. You must be familiar with it. It is not of small value.
Oh, a light blue $1 stamp from the middle of the last century. Well, you really seem to be a connoisseur.
Would you buy it from me?
Yes, I think so. By all means. I am prepared to pay at least 1,000, even 1,200 pesetas.
Look, I was thinking of 1,900 pesetas. I won't take less by any means.
Sir, this is really a rarity, but believe me, I cannot give you more than 1,450 pesetas for it.
Sorry, no. Then I'll find another option.
As you please, Mr. Hand.
Did you say 1700?
I said 1500. But due to the prospect of your future purchase, Mr. Hand...
Great, I was thinking of 1600 as well. It's a deal.
Well, yes. All right, 1600 pesetas, because you're a real gentleman.
I knew we'd managed to reach an agreement. You know, Mr. Arriaga, as a stranger, I feel somewhat lost hereabouts. I have made acquaintances with some people today. I feel that your way of thinking is rather similar to mine. Would you be so kind as to give me some information about these people?
I don't know if I know them, but I'd be glad to help you. So you have heard about it, Mr. Hand. Unfortunate case. I am sorry. I don't know any details. And I'm not interested. The criminal is behind bars and will soon have his due punishment.
It is said that the sword has not been found.
Really? I don't know about it. How should I know?
They also say it is a pretty sword. Perhaps exactly Juan Candalas's work.
Yes, I had the opportunity to see it in the owner's house, but unfortunately I didn't observe it thoroughly enough.
That was a mistake, given what a meticulous expert you are, Mr. Arriaga.
Oh, so you have made the acquaintance of the most beautiful angel of the area. A really kind person, although we are only on greeting terms. And lucky, too. It is said that she will soon marry the well-to-do Eugenio Garcia de la Rica, a young man who has a serious political career ahead of him. It's a pity you cannot meet Salvador, the painter. He has died recently. I'm sure you would have found common interests. You know, he lived in England for a long time. He visited noble society. There is a rumor that his daughter's mother was a noble woman. Although, you know, there is so much gossip in a small city like this. But it would be a mistake to believe everything one hears. You've heard about the young blacksmith. Everyone says he is a blessed young man. But have they also mentioned that he is in prison right now? Because he stole from his employer, a rich man? Well, the coin has two sides, Mr. Hand. One cannot choose one's neighbors, Mr. Hand. Especially my fellow poor and modest people are burdened by this curse. Although there used to be a time when that woman respected me, she has not bothered to even greet me for 3 years now. Despite the fact that I swear I haven't done anything wrong. I was selling their work too, but the family blamed me for not being able to sell their swords and daggers. The interest has simply decreased. He was the last descendant of the famous swordsmith family, renowned for their sword craftsmanship. Unfortunately, there was less and less demand for his works. Unlike his father's, Juan Candela's works are well known by collectors all over the world. Maybe you have heard of them, Mr. Hand. They called him the Blade Master. He was a real artist. God bless him. After his death, the weapons he made became even more expensive. Alonso's palace is on La Mancha Square. He's an excellent man, influential, authoritative, and moreover, he has a sense of artistic objects. He buys a lot from me, a man with a very good taste. I was afraid he would move away for a longer time because there was a rumor that he would be ambassador to a country in South America. However, the plan fell through for some reason. Nowadays, his son, Eugenio, has similar plans. Mr. Alonso's butler, he comes from France. He has a real poker face. You could easily imagine he is hiding something or is running from his past. Stay clear of him, Mr. Hunt. The policeman? Well, I haven't had much business with him. Thank God. I think he is the kind of character that God created precisely to be a policeman. Who? Domingo. I don't know him.
Thank you for your kindness, Mr. Arriaga. As I have promised, I will soon return, and we will talk about the details of the purchase.
May we have the pleasure, Mr. Hunt. See you later.